Welcome. This is Bridgeburner 412, and you're joining me for our adventure into Elden Ring. So glad to have you along. The game's been out for about a week now. I've dabbled around for a few hours in the game just to get my bearings, and I thought, what a perfect time to reactivate some of my activity on the channel by putting forth a new game for you to take a look at and tell me what you think. Let me know if you like it, dislike it. As a Soulsborne fan myself, I love it. I just gotta say, I love it. It changes everything. So let's just dive in and take a look. We'll be starting up, and I'll kind of tell you what I'm about as we get going. But before any further ado, let us get things rolling. All right, so in our character creation, I've decided to go with the Prophet. I thought we'd do like a, being Bridgeburner 412, burning would probably be a good thing. So we're going to set some fire into the world. So let's just take a look here and see what we're about with Prophet. That is the class. I would not suggest this class if you are new to Souls games. If you like what you see and you're interested in trying it out for yourself, I would not suggest starting with a Prophet because I'm going to die a lot. It's a more difficult class. So as we're proceeding along, if you're new, I would suggest probably going either with the Vagabond because you get a nice beefy shield, or Samurai. You start out with a bow, which helps a lot. Range is helpful. A wretch, do not start with a wretch. You start at almost like nothing, and then you build your character. Confessor might be a good choice too if you're interested in putting a little bit of magic into your deal. We're going to have a little bit of that ourselves. So this is going to be who we are. Let's go ahead and enter. As you can see, I am playing on PC. Let's go with the Burning Dog. That'll be us. I am on a PC. You've heard maybe that things aren't great for optimization for a PC. I have not experienced that myself. Select the golden seed because that gives you another heal right at the beginning. And then for our detailed appearance, there's nothing more boring than starting out with a guy doing character creation. So I've created our character for us. So that is going to be the dude that we're going with. Let's see, he's a Prophet. I think we're ready to go. So you start with a spear and not very much. So again, death will be on the agenda.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
All right, so put on your epic clothes, sports fans, because we're in for a ride. Hitting all the archetypal mythos.
Whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown.
Here we are.
Across the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
So our quest, I guess, is to become the Lord of the Elden Rings. So here we go. We're going to dive in here. Again, it's going to be a different experience. If you've played Souls games before, this is an open world Souls game. So yeah, it isn't. It does not have. It's not like it's a funneled experience for you. You're not. Like, part of our struggle is going to be, I know kind of where to go at the beginning here, but part of the struggle is going to be, once we pass where I've gone myself in the game, there's going to be a lot of exploration, because you don't know where you're supposed to go. It gives you little hints, but the hints are not really all that helpful. So yeah. And I won't remember, even though I have played a little bit at the beginning here, I will not remember what I am doing. So I almost rolled off there. That would have been a pretty embarrassing start. So we're going to cross this bridge here. I do remember some things, of course, but most of it I will forget because I have a terrible memory. So there we go. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to die pretty quickly. It's one of those Soulsborne kinds of things where you fight an enemy that kills you. You're not meant to defeat this guy. Of course, we're going to give it a whirl. I almost died just right there because of the thing. That was awful. Look, I have like no health left just from that one little scream. But I got a hit in, so I at least got a hit in. But he's going to scream again, and I'm going to die most likely. I don't see how I survive here, but there's our fire. Uh-oh. We'll get revenge on that guy a little bit later in our adventure. Yeah, so I'm not going to remember it being an open world game. It's hard enough for me to remember games when they are, there's a set path. So it being an open world game is going to be a whole different story. One of the first things I want to do is get rid of that headscarf covering up my face that I spent a long time crafting. Yeah. So far, I have not come across. I have not come across. This reminds me of another Lord of the Rings. Certain horsey, certain Aragorn.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
For those of you who are also unaware,
The Golden Order.
George R.R. Martin wrote the story for the game, so this is a big deal. Yeah, we're going to try to bail on this lame armor as quickly as possible. I don't know how soon we'll be able to do it, but we'll probably have to buy some new armor for our dude, the Burning Dog. I was not being facetious when I said this game changes everything, because it does. Video games will be much different after this game. Just from the hours that I've played it, I can tell. It is the thing that you wanted when you played Skyrim. So we are ultimately going to do that. This is kind of the tutorial walkthrough area. The flasks down there on the bottom, if you look at the bottom left of my screen there, the crimson tiers are your health. The cerulean tiers are your focus points. So the focus points are your is where you get for your casting. So we're going to be casting with this guy, so we're going to have to focus a little bit on those focus points. These are the bonfires. This is where you rest and regain all of your stuff. You can memorize your spells here. I have not played a spell character, so this is going to be a little bit different for me. So in our left hand over there, here's our shield. Block with the shield, although I think if we look at the shield here, it's pretty much a piece of garbage. It only blocks 50% of the physical attacks that come after us, so yeah, that's bad. But we have to have this on in order to cast our deal. So you can see our flames are pretty much melee range. Looks like we'll get stronger flames as we go along, and then a heal help us as well. But you see how many focus points are gone for the heal. So if you rest, you just get that stuff back. All right, so we're going to start in here, see what happens. So backstabbing is a thing, and it's going to be very important in our adventure, especially as we're a little bit soft starting out here. So let's see what this does. I pushed the wrong button. Yes. I pushed the wrong button again. This is just a little area where it's telling you how to play the game, so I will be embarrassed if I die here. How dare that guy shoot stuff? All right, in the open world, we're going to collect all kinds of materials in our adventure, so that will be part of the deal. I'm not going to try to, I'm going to try to, I don't want to bore everybody watching me collect a bunch of materials. Okay, so I think if I do this, yeah, that goes through the shields, so that's going to be good. Ow. That seems to go through the shield as well. Alright, that's good. That's good to know. Here was the guy that was shooting me before, so he deserves to burn. Ow. I thought he would die all the way. Why didn't you die all the way? Ba-da-ba. Right now I'm just trying to get my my bearings on like ranges, like how far that goes versus how far that goes. That appears to be like a double attack. Yeah. If I charge it, I guess it gets harder. Okay, that fills up pretty good, huh? Got a pretty good reach on it, that spear. I imagine we will be bailing on the spear at some point for a good old sword. Alright, let's try a jumping attack on this dude. So, sprint in. That did almost nothing. Did almost nothing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. You gotta hit the trigger. Okay, so these things, if you die in like a boss fight or something, you will be you have the option of resing here or back at the site of grace where you started. All right, let's get busy. See what happens here. He did not stagger even a little. Our dodges are going to have to be on point. Oh, that was the wrong time for that. Goodbye, Godric. Easy mode. Or Soldier of Godric, that was not Godric. I think that's where we came in, wasn't it? Yes. So we saw this thing from down there when I looked up here. So this is what you get. You get an emote for all that business. All right. End of tutorial area. So we got through the tutorial area without embarrassing ourselves. So there we go. Good start. Good start. Can't complain. Oh, you know, people will complain about anything these days. All right, we will rest here to get all our stuff back. Now, while that might have looked easy, you should definitely not think that this is an easy game, because it is not. It is incredibly difficult. It is harder than Dark Souls 3. There are a lot more enemies. You'll be surrounded a lot. And us with our terrible armor and no shield we are going to get wiped out pretty savagely, I am sure. But we are going to carry through because we are determined. We are the burning dog, and the burning dog does not take stuff lying down. The burning dog is here to take care of business. And we're going to take care of business. We're going to come in with a steel chair and just pound everything. Now, on the map, it will put out little things like this. You can fast travel to any of the sites of grace that you've discovered. But on the map, it will kind of give you a direction to go. And this typically is extremely deceptive because if you follow it straight, we're going to actually follow it here at the beginning because we don't really have a choice. But eventually it's going to point you to areas that you have no business in being until you explore and level up a lot more. Okay, so we're going to kind of see how that works. All right, so let's talk to this person.
Oh, yes.
Yes, tarnished. Yeah,
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring?
Yes.
Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Yes, indeed.
Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
You know what you're talking about, old man. Not going to happen.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace. Indeed, it will lead you to even if it
leads to your grave. I don't think he says
castles
anything.
hope,
Yeah, he tells you to go where to go,
castles you seek.
which is going to be there eventually, but we're not ready for that just yet. Eventually we'll get a horsey whose name is Torrent. I would love to be able to rename the horsey Brago, but it will not let me do that. That is unfortunate. Eventually we'll get a bow, so we need feathers to make arrows for the bow. You craft a lot of things in this game. You don't really find them as much as you do in like Dark Souls. You end up crafting them. Let's see if I can sneak up on this. This guy, give him a so that flight pinion will allow me to make a few arrows. So you do end up hunting animals and things like these guys. And you get their bones. And once you get the recipes for how to craft the items, then you can start crafting the items. You have to get the recipe books, though, before you can craft anything. You're going to run from me, little rabbit thing? Oh, apparently he is. Let me try the jump. There we go. That was the one I wanted. All right, we're not going to run around and hunt a million things on this, because that would be dull and tedious. So let's get our adventure started. This is where you can summon people into your game. If you are summoning help, there are summons that you will collect that won't require those things, but you don't get those for a little bit. And we'll grab those when we get to them. That guy we definitely need to stay away from because he will give us the business, and it will not be good. Okay, let's see. Again, I have a terrible memory, so what's going to happen is there will be a lot of this, of me trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. eventually we do want to go forward. I don't think we're ready for those dragon things yet. I think we want to go forward. Or those, like dragon buzzards or whatever they're called. If we do die, we'll be sent back to the last site of grace that we visited. Okie dokie. So here's our first NPC. He's going to be a merchant. We need this to level up our gear.
You're a tar, and I can also that you're not. Then why not? I am Carly.
All right, so let's see. We need some books here. How many runes do we have? We got 632, so we can only buy one of these books. But we're going to need both of them. We're going to need all three of these, actually. So we're going to grab these. This shield, it's a better shield than the one I've got. But it's still only 76 physical, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. This tells you different like hints and stuff, these things.
I am of a nomadic people, selling where the land has its
As
own
with
target
any
at stake.
Souls game, you always exhaust the dialogue.
You know,
Recommendation.
you should buy yourself a crafting kit. Essential. The kit costs a bundle, but the important.
Okay. So did he sell the craft? I don't think he sells the crafting kit, does he? Or does he? Oh, he does. 300.
Goodbye.
All right, gotta kill something. Get 300. We might actually have it in. Did we get some stuff? Okay, that gives us enough. Get the crafting kit.
What is it?
Then we can start crafting items. Okay, so we're going to need that. We're going to need the other stuff he has here too. But the way crafting works, you come to item crafting, and if you have the recipes for things, you can start crafting things. So you get the recipes. So this did give us the arrow recipes, but we need more supplies to make these things. All right, but he has more stuff too that we're going to want. So we're going to be coming back to him. Incidentally, you can on the map choose a marker to put. So I'm going to put that because I can upgrade my weapons here, and it also will remind me that the merchant is there. So you can indicate different what's the word I want? Point areas of interest. So we need, of course, we need those bones. And I'm trying to remember where you get the horse. The goat horse. These skulls that are shiny like that, they have runes in there. Runes are the souls of this game. It's how you level up. It's how you buy things. All right, let's go sneak attack on this too. Give me the sneak attack for some reason. Took a lot of pokes to kill that guy. All right. Eventually, we'll meet our lady friend, and she will help us to level and things like that. There's a shrine up there that will point out a cave to us that we can go into. But we're going to go over this way first because I do remember this is the way I went. And there was another cave over here. Whoa, that did some damage. I don't remember those things giving me anything. They might, but we'll see a little bit later. But we want to go over to where that fire is. We're going to backstab this guy. Shh. There we go. That's what we need. All right, so let's go in here. I can't remember what we get in here, but we get something. All right, so if we die in here where we're going, oh, I forgot to buy a torch. Yeah, buy a torch. If we die in here where we're going, it will res us back here. So let's see. Actually need the torch. Maybe not. Oh, I forgot the dog. Oh my god. Boy, that guy took me out in one shot, man. There's a dog behind us. Alright, first death. That's okay. I probably shouldn't have jumped in there like a noob, but it happens. So, yeah, so we're going to have to go back. Get the torch. I got to remember to get the torch. Yes, I know I did. Get the torch. Now, to get our runes back that we died leaving behind, we need to go back there. You can see him like shining right by that wolf's butt. It did some pretty good damage. A little bit of a wind up on the cast there. See, it's like a melee attack. All right, some bones. And I probably should have run in here and got these first. Crackpots allow us to create bombs and things like that. I have a feeling I shouldn't have been using all those focus points. All right. I cannot remember what boss is in here, so we will discover it together. Beastman of Farum Azula. Oh, he's going to be a jumpy boy. Oh, he did not stagger. Did not stagger from the flames. Wow. All right, going to my shield. no health. He cannot hit me. If he hits me again, I die. This is a crazy attack. Look at that thing. Okay, I don't think I have any more. Got him. All right. Nicely done. Flame Drake Talisman. We got from here. Look at that. I just want to draw attention. See if I can use my mount. I can't use this. Up there that I have no health left. And I survived. So this is a very auspicious beginning for our adventure. So let's take a look here. Boost fire damage negation. Well, we'll put it on now. Talismans or talisman? I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. There are things that will give you various different kinds of bonuses, and as you proceed through the game, you find them. All right, so we're here. All right, so we got some stuff. So we are going to be going over here eventually, but I want to go back here first and buy those other books from our buddy here. Did we get any towels or any up here? Every little bit counts, so we'll go ahead and use those.
Wait. Well, you're...
I am back. So we need to buy both of these. Do we have enough to buy both of these? I think we do. Yep. And yep. We have 761. I think I am going to pick this up. Even though we're not using it, 76 is better than the 50% for the one that we have now.
Goodbye.
I hope we can use it. I probably should have checked the stats first. So we're going to get rid of that. Put that one on. And over here, if you look on the rightermost column under character status, one of the things that's going to be very important for us is equipment load, which is almost all the way down at the bottom. We need that to be medium. If that gets to heavy, then we fat roll, and we definitely don't want that. Poise is keeps you from getting staggered, and you can see our poise is terrible. But we will eventually get, and armor is how you build your poise. And then I think the stat is endurance as well. Okay, so now you could try to go this way and fight that horse guy, but you'll die. So I would suggest not doing it. We'll come back and give him the old what for eventually. All right, so now we can proceed forward. On your map, you're in the fog of war, so to speak. But if you get to these things show up, and that will give you information on where the rest of the all the rest of the stuff on the map. I wonder if I could talk to her and get the horse now. I can't remember when I get my goat horse, but let's find out here.
What is it?
Because he had some talk
There are
options.
others of my if the mood takes you and you my people, which is what, thanks to that, I think this your people, that perhaps you see that we have a saying, lament not, but that is our call, just the way we are. Goodbye.
Okay, apparently not. So yeah, so this is like pointing you in the direction that it suggests you go. And of course, it wouldn't be a Miyazaki game if it didn't set you up to some degree by giving you a false sense of security, because we're going to follow it now, and that's going to be the right thing to do. But ultimately, it's not. Now, you'll notice we've been playing here for about 35 minutes, and we have not gotten a single level. Leveling in this game is much slower than in previous Souls games. So you've got to kind of work that into your... I don't know why. Give me the backstab. You got to work that into your deal. Kukris are throwing knives. They work off of your dex stat to hit harder. Of course, anything shiny is probably good. Oops, I didn't see this guy. Uh-oh. I hope he's alone. Goodbye. Okay, you see that thing over there? That's that shiny red thing. That will refill our red flasks. So I'm not going to use that yet because it disappears. What I'm going to do is wait to come back and grab that if we need it. Ruins often will have ruin fragments on them, which makes sense. So that's kind of where we're going first, although it's going to be a little bit tricky. So we're going to go grab a site of grace near it. We're going to be a little bit sneaky about it here. I'm going to work my way all the way around. Now I found this out the very hard way, the painful way. There are enemies that have a horn, and they will blow the horn, and it will bring everybody to kill you. And when I say everybody, I mean like everybody. I'm not going to suggest that things teleport in, but there's a million different enemies in the area. So, yeah. Nuke. So like over here, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it. That guy's a tougher dude. The guy with the big shield. But let's come around this way first. I didn't rest there. Maybe if I rest there, is that when the girl shows up for me? Yes, so it was good that I rested there.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Yes.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance. But you, I am
maidenless,
the role
yes.
of maiden, turning
Okay, please
wounds
do.
into aid you. You need only to the foot of...
All right,
Then
we're
it's
going to accept
settled.
that.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, I bequeath to you this ring.
Here we go. That's what we need.
Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon. Torrent has chosen. Treat him
Torrent
with
has chosen me. So now we can level up here.
Let my hand
I don't think I have
rest.
enough
Share them
to
with
level
me.
up anything yet.
Your thought.
Do not, because I spent on those books. Flasks. I do not get to... Oh, I did have... Oh, I had that golden seed, so now I do have another flask. I do not have a sacred tier yet to increase the power of my flask. But I can allocate my flasks here. Let's do this because as a pyro, we're gonna need a gas tank. So we'll put that there, and we'll see. If we're dying a lot and we need to, we will off of there. So how do I take that off? Remove X. All right, and I am going to put my horse whistle there. So when you push Y, your pouches change. So now you can run, which is great. And you can attack from horseback, although I am not going to at this point. Let's see. I want to get the map though first. Oh, it's over there. So we got to take care of those ruins. Where are we on time? We're a little over 40 minutes. So this will probably be a good place to stop this episode, and we'll pick up here in our next episode by taking out some baddies. So thanks for tuning in. I'm glad to be back with you all, and we will make our way through the lands between in our next episode. See you then.